was born a narcissist, and I finally know why. They say narcissists are made, not born. That somewhere along the way, life twists you, hardens you, until empathy dies. But what if I told you, I never had it to begin with? This is my confession. I was never hugged unless someone was watching. My mother called it tough love. My father just called it discipline. When I cried, I was dramatic. When I succeeded, I was finally doing what was expected. I wasn't rewarded for being me. I was rewarded for being better than others. In our house, emotions were weaknesses. Love was conditional. And the only time I ever saw my parents truly happy was when someone praised me in front of them. That's when I learned I exist to be admired. And if I'm not the best, I'm nothing. By the time I turned 10, I knew how to lie better than I knew how to tell the truth. I'd charm teachers, manipulate classmates, fake apologies, and I was proud of it. Not because I was evil, but because I didn't know it was wrong. Empathy wasn't absent. It was foreign. When a kid fell and scraped his knee, others rushed to help. I just watched, wondering what kind of face would get him the most attention. In high school, I became who you needed me to be. Smart when teachers were watching, rebellious with the cool kids, sensitive with girls. I became a mirror. I reflected what people wanted to see, and they loved me for it. But behind that mirror was nothing. No real me. Just performance. I wasn't building relationships. I was collecting people. Like trophies. My first girlfriend said she loved me. I told her I loved her too. I didn't. But I knew those words made her stay, and her staying made me feel powerful. We dated for a year. I cheated 5 times. Each time I blamed her. You're too clingy. You made me feel trapped. You don't make me feel seen. Every line rehearsed, every tear fake. When she finally left, I wasn't sad. I was offended. How dare she walk away from someone like me? At 25, my best friend died in a car crash. Everyone around me was broken, devastated. I felt nothing. Not sadness, not pain. Only one cold thought. Will people expect me to cry? I stood at his funeral and gave a perfect speech. People cried, hugged me, called me strong. I smiled. And for the first time, something inside me whispered, this isn't normal. You're not like them. Years later in therapy, forced by an ex after a messy breakup, I sat across from a man who looked me straight in the eye and said, you're not just emotionally unavailable. You're a narcissist. I laughed, but deep down it stung. Because it was the first time someone didn't admire me, didn't fall for my charm. He saw through me, and it scared me more than anything else ever had. I started reading, learning, digging, and I realized something painful. I wasn't made this way. I was raised this way. I wasn't taught love. I was trained in transaction. Affection came with achievement. Kindness came with performance. And shame came when I tried to be real. My parents weren't monsters. They were broken too. Maybe narcissism runs in blood, but more often, it runs in the silence of our homes. Here's the truth. I still struggle to feel real empathy. I still want attention, control, admiration. But now I notice it. Now I question it. Now I pause. Change is possible, but not perfect. And I've accepted that I may never fully love the way others do. But maybe, just maybe, knowing that is the first step towards something real. You can judge me. You can hate me. You can say I'm lying, that it's just another performance.